Good morning and shalom. I just wanted to make a very quick video to announce some exciting news that I have just learned today. A brother and a good friend of mine, Rico, who has been following a lot of the happenings that's going on in Israel. He has very close contacts with the rabbis in Israel from the Temple Institute and the organization that's trying to get the red heifer. He's just learned this morning that a red heifer was born in Israel. I believe it was 2 weeks ago, no less than 2 weeks ago. This is truly exciting news that we're hearing. For those that understand biblical prophecy, a red heifer is needed for the purification, for corpse purification, for anyone that is to handle anything that is holy or set apart in the temple. There's a misconception that the red heifer is used to cleanse the temple, and that's not true. The fact is that the red heifer is used for corpse impurity, to purify any priest, any kohen, any kohanim that need to deal with anything that comes with the temple services. If they come in contact with a dead or with a dead corpse or in a graveyard or a hospital, anything of that nature, they must be cleansed. And without a red heifer, that cannot be done. Well, as of today, a perfect red heifer has been born in Israel, as I mentioned, 2 weeks old. Now, we want to be careful not to over-sensationalize these things. In the halakhic view, the heifer has to be of 2 years of age in order for the red heifer to be considered for slaughter. So we have a couple of years for it to grow and to be considered in that capacity. But there's some things that are very promising. One of the things is that the father of this red heifer has completely black hair, which signifies that it more than likely will have no white hairs that'll be growing in this red heifer throughout its maturity. So that's very promising. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that when we look at these things, this red heifer is directly tied to the temple, and the temple is directly tied to the land of Israel. So when I heard this news, I had a couple of emotions that were running through me. Number one was obvious excitement, exciting to see that, to be able to live in such prophetic times. And the things that we're seeing that are going on in Israel, and I don't want to go into detail into that right now. That's outside the scope of this video of Ezekiel 36 and 37, what we're seeing in Israel. But the prophetic things that we're seeing in our lifetime are no doubt exciting. And so that's the first emotion that ran through my body, through my mind, through my heart, through my soul. And the second was sadness. And let me explain why. Israel is intimately tied to God's plan of redemption for mankind, and that includes the Gentiles. That includes all of humanity. You and me and everybody living in America, in our nation, around the world. The happenings that are going on in Israel directly affect the way we live and our resurrection eventually when Yeshua comes back. Whether we agree that he's coming back in our lifetime or not is irrelevant. The point that I'm trying to make is that we who are living today must understand that the land of Israel is vitally important in God's prophetic plan. Why do I say that? Most Christians believe and understand that when Yeshua returns, he will return, as it says in the book of Thessalonians, at the last trumpet blast. And that those who are dead in Christ, those who are dead in the Messiah will rise, and those who are still living will meet them in the air. Now, where does Yeshua go to rule and to reign over as king? It's not going to be in America. He's not going to be king of America. He's not going to be king of Russia or Afghanistan or Iran or any of these places. He's going to be the king of Israel. The king of Israel. So when he comes and we are resurrected and we have our resurrected and glorified bodies, he will be king over the nation of Israel. And much of this is easily verified just by taking the time and reading the scriptures. Go and read Zechariah 14. Go and read Ezekiel 37 with the two-stick prophecy, or the dry bones prophecy. God is extremely clear that he will bring the house of Judah, the house of Ephraim, the house of Israel, and bring them together to become one nation, never to be two nations ever again. And one king will rule over that nation forever. One king, one nation. You put that together with the prophecy in Thessalonians, where it says that when Yeshua comes back at that last trumpet blast, we will be raised from the grave. Those who are dead in the Messiah will be raised from the grave, and then those who are alive will meet them in the air. And we will be with our King forever in Israel. So the sadness comes when I heard this news. The sadness comes that many believing Christians, brothers and sisters, reject anything that has to do with Israel. And that saddens me, because we are called to be watchmen. We are called to be looking and seeing these things that are happening around us, and to be prepared and to be ready. Israel and the coming redemption and the Geulah of the nation is part of the gospel message. You can't take a pair of scissors and cut Israel on one side and Yeshua, Jesus, on the other side and separate the two. They are intimately tied together. Once you understand that vitally important fact, then the whole biblical picture becomes extremely clear. The gospel message has and always will be centered around the redemption of the land of Israel. When our King Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, when he comes to rule on the earth in Israel, is when we will realize our resurrection from the dead. You cannot separate those two. All it takes is just a little bit of time to go and verify and read these things for yourself. So this news is exciting. Again, we have to take it with a grain of salt. It is right now, as it stands, a pure red heifer. As a matter of fact, they named the heifer, have it here on my notes, Tamima, which means whole or complete. And it is in the hands of the rabbis in Israel who are looking to purify the land. Guys, we are living in prophetic times. I am so thankful and honored to be able to know people such as Rico Cortez, and I'm going to link his video down below so you can have a chance to watch him as he presented this live today. I'm just so honored to know him and to be able to be just basically 2 steps away. Rico Cortez is in contact with the actual people that make these decisions, and they called him directly to release this information to the diaspora, to the people in the nations. And I'm just so honored and glad to know Rico, to have him as a brother in the Messiah, to be friends with him, and to be able to share the excitement of this news with him, and then also with my audience, with you as well. Please leave me messages down below. If you wouldn't mind, please share this video with as many people as possible, especially in your Christian community. We have to be sharing these things. One of my missions that I believe that not only my mission, but I believe all of us that have the same belief in the Messiah of Israel, is that we have to start building bridges between the Christian community and the Jewish community. It's vitally important that we have to be doing that, especially in the days that we are living in. So again, thank you for your time. Please like, share, subscribe with as many people as possible. Shalom.